There's no motivation like gym motivation. You gotta be healthy, you gotta be strong. We can all pretend to look a certain way, to be skinnier, to have liposuction, to do something to make sure that our appearance looks a certain way. But you can't lie about the fact that the only strength that really comes from within is muscle strength. You gotta work out like you've never worked out in your life before. That's how you can tell someone strong from someone weak. You can be the most fittest female ever, but if you're not strong, if you're not buff, if you're not healthy, then you are not going to be strong. The body is just as important as the mind. The mind and the body are both very, very important, and they work together. And if you work on both of them at the same time, then you're going to end up as a very strong person. A lot of people are going to feel like you need to be let down. A lot of people are going to feel like that you can't succeed, or a lot of people are going to feel like you don't achieve, to the point where it becomes a global pandemic. And I am speaking that from experience, but I'm telling you, you got a good soul, you got a working heart, you got gym motivation, and you have a healthy brain, and you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself positive affirmations every morning, and you tell yourself positive affirmations before you go to sleep. You're going to look at the rest of the world and you're going to think that they're the silly ones while you're wearing clown makeup. And I am telling you that from absolute experience. No motivation like no gym motivation. No motivation like a healthy heart. No motivation like starting your day off consciously wanting to surround yourself with positive affirmations. And no matter how many people will bring you down, it'll never ever work. No matter how much they try. A man can leave you because he doesn't like what he's seeing. It's not going to matter to you because, or sorry, your partner is going to leave you because it doesn't matter to you, because there's so many options out there. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and you know that. You know no matter what will happen to you, as long as you got your heart and your charisma, someone out there will always be attracted to you, so you don't care about the negative consequences. You are aware that the people within your age group or whatever are not doing the same things you're doing. You are very aware at all of this, that success takes courage, that success is hard work, that determination is admired by lots of people, even if the people not succeeding want to win. Everybody knows that's not the way the world works, and we all feel confident because of that. There's nothing to attack here. There's only motivation and affirmations, because I know this is something people want to hear from me. You gotta look like a fitness model. You gotta be smooth. You gotta be strong. You gotta fight. You always gotta persevere. Never interfere. And never interfere with anyone. We all make mistakes. We're all human, and we all need to learn to forgive ourselves. We've all heard something or done something or seen something that's wrong, but we've condemned it anyways because we felt like it was the right thing to do at the time. But in order to make society progress forward, we need to learn to forgive ourselves. That's the hardest thing anybody can do, but it's rewarding, because when you learn to forgive yourself, you'll learn that there's a lot of people just like you that also need to learn to forgive themselves. And when you get to that point where you do forgive yourself, you're going to live a very different life. You're going to learn, I'm just human, I only make mistakes. Sometimes I'm helpless and I'm in a situation where I'm vulnerable or I'm trapped. And nobody likes to receive that mentality, where they are in a situation where they're not doing their best. And the real truth is, we've all been there. And we all know what it's like. We don't need to stay in a rut of despair and feeling down and feeling upset about the things we've done. We need to be stronger than that and learn to forgive our old habits, our drug addictions, our abuse, our poor choices, our taste, our negative energy, our negative feedback. We need to learn that we're humans. And as humans, if someone out there is trying to manipulate us and trying to corrupt us, especially as a group, especially as a gang, it's going to affect one or two people. We need to learn that as a group. And we need to learn that we need to forgive ourselves, that we are human. Some of us are not brought up as strong-minded. Some of us it's a little bit harder to do. I was listening to another motivation speech, and there was a very interesting point I heard. How come some people are working just as hard as someone else, but the other person has a smile on their face? That's a very interesting point to bring up. It's because that smile is the only difference between the two of them. Both people are working equally hard, but if we learn to forgive ourselves and let things go, understand we're just people, understand we're just human, understand we're all going to do something if corruption is out there. Nobody's perfect. Nobody out here is a saint. We don't live in that kind of time anymore. We live in a different time where people want to just work out. People just want to be hotter. People just want to be more sexier. People want to be more stylish. That's the time we live in now. And we need to learn that about ourselves, that we want to be that person, because to us, that's what the image of success is these days. Nobody wants to listen to this or that or this or that. Everybody wants to listen to somebody that they feel that makes sense to them. And during a different time in people's life, there's always going to be different things that makes different sense to them. But during this time, we are now learning in 2020 that forgiveness is what is going to help us learn and help us grow and help us achieve our goals.